Hello, I'm popping in first off to say welcome to day 3 of Vlogtober, of the Crafty Vlogtober, here in the west of Ireland at Wild Cottage. My name is Susan if you're new, and I live here with my partner Tom, my bonus son Merlin, and our 2 adopted dogs, Shep, who's a retired sheepdog, you can't see him at the minute, and Mimi, who was dumped in the forest next to us when she was just a tiny puppy, and she's now 7 years old. And this is my little vlog for October about some of the things that I'm crafting. Mainly it is knitting and crochet and some spinning, but I do some other things like a bit of embroidery and cross stitch and paper crafting. But today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about the knitting, something I've crocheted, and a little bit of I'll show you some yarn that I've spun for Halloween. But yeah, so you're very, very welcome. And thank you to everyone. I got 2 shots in the arm yesterday, the COVID and the flu booster. And because I have fibromyalgia, sometimes my body will just sort of act a little differently and have more of a reaction. So, but it did pretty well. My arm got sore last night and it's a bit sore today. So I've been answering comments bit by bit. I had to take a break because I was having a hard time doing the typing thing. Just my arm doesn't like that at the best of times. And so I couldn't do much knitting either. But yeah, I'm getting there bit by bit, and I really enjoy getting back to being here and interacting with you all. So thank you very much. And yeah, and this one, I'm trying not to make them too long, not more than 15 minutes. This one may be a little bit longer because I just wanted to show you my Halloweeny type of yarns. And yeah, once that's out of the way, we can get back to more of what I'm actually making. But I want your input on something that I'm going to make next. So, okay, I hope you enjoy day 3 of the Crafty Vlogtober.
Well, let me show you what I've made recently and what I have them out because I'm going to wear them today. I love these socks. This was a project I actually started last autumn, but then we went away to the US to be with family, and I ended up staying like 4+ months. So they were here, and I didn't ever finish them. So I started them again this year. These are a beautiful colorwork sock pattern by Sam of the Irish Knitting Podcast, which you probably know him. And if you don't, you should go check him out. He's the loveliest fella. He is a Venetian who lives in Dublin. He has for ages. Like he's an Irish citizen. He loves Ireland, but he also goes home to the Venice region of Italy up in the mountains often, and he shares all the scenery there is beautiful. He lives in his family lives in a village, I believe, in the countryside. Anyhow, and he just is a fantastic knitter and artist. Like he's so many talents. So definitely go check him out. And this is one of his patterns. I've knit a few of his patterns and I really like them. Now this one, actually, I'm showing you that's the second one. And I just ended up striping there because I don't know why I did that. I think it was something to do about the floats here, and I just sort of ended early anyhow. I don't know. But I tend to do things like that, I do go my own way sometimes. But these are the old oak socks, and this beautiful, beautiful oak leaf on the bottom. Now, my color work is not perfect, and I definitely made mistakes in both these socks, but just they're so gorgeous. I mean, look. Isn't that beautiful? Um the yarns are This is an Irish dyed yarn. I believe it was from Giddy Aunt Yarns, but I lost the tag. But it was an autumn, 50-gram autumn. And this was a thrifted yarn that I got. But I'm nearly full sure it was a West Yorkshire Spinners. And this is where I started practicing my Kitchener stitch again because Sam has it in his pattern. I thought I'll go ahead and practice it. That's the first sock. Didn't do too bad on that. The second one, I don't know what happened. So it just takes me a while to kind of get things really coordinate. My eye and my hand is not it's a real thing for me, being left eye dominant but right-handed. They don't talk to each other real well. Anyhow. And then this is, I still just need to weave in an end here or there. This is, okay, this is editing Susan here. I wanted to show you the whole shawl, so we went outside. It does get a little bit louder in a minute as Tom gets closer, but I forgot to mention this is a pattern that is just on YouTube. It's super easy to follow. It's fantastic. Go to the channel. I'll link it below. Nana's Crafty Home, and it's called like super easy double crochet triangle shawl, but I'll link the video below. It's the very easy, just regular old double crochet triangle shawl that I've knitted. Super mindless, wonderful knit, easy knit. And yeah, so I knitted this out of the cake of Hobie yarn. That's a fade. There's 1,000 meters in it. It's like 200 grams. It's a fingering weight. I'm going to jump in here because I think you can't probably hear me. What I'm talking about now is the yarn base. A beautiful yarn, feels really good, fine to crochet with, but I found it throughout pulling it out. So it has one of those easy pull starts from the top, but every so often there would be so much yarn barf, and I would tangle it out and I would crochet, a good while again, and then there would be more. It wasn't quite at each color change, but like maybe around that. And I found it very, very frustrating. Like it was just so knotted. And I had to break the yarn sometimes because of it. So what I'm wondering is I have a couple of other colors in this. Like I even stopped crocheting this early because of the problem. And I was wondering if any of you have used the twister from Hobie. Is that a thing? Because yeah, I'm so disappointed, and I haven't started my other cakes to use them for anything because I was kind of worried about that. So I'd love to know if you've knit with this yarn or crocheted with this yarn and what your experience has been. Now, this is my tub of kind of Halloweeny yarns. I have some of this, the Friends wool from Hobie, the 100% non-superwash. I just popped in there because it's very good for pumpkins or anything. And then I have a selection over the years, this has accumulated, of Hobie yarns in the Halloween colorways. Sock yarns, so a non-superwash wool 25 nylon, so 75 the non-superwash 25 nylon. Those are slightly different colorways. This is, I just knit this up a few days ago. It's actually, the green is more neon-y than that, but my phone doesn't know how to handle some of the greens and blues. Yeah, I did that with the nice little wooden circular needles, really nice. And I still have some left to, make boot toppers or mitts or whatever. And then I have some of their Universe sock wool, which has some glitter in. And I started obviously doing something with it and then changed my mind. It might have been that I thought I don't want to just use that on socks, because I also have it in this color, which I know I've made a little bit of like a scarf with this. Those are fun colors. Again, the green, when you see this kind of green, it's actually neon green. It's just not reading properly in my phone. And then another one as well from them in the Universe with these purples. So it's super wash wool. And they have them, I think they have them for sale now still. A lot of the colors are the same or similar. So yes, we have 420 meters in this 100 grams, and in this 25, it's 74% wool, 24 polyamide, 2% the polyester is the glitter. So that is lovely. Here I have some hand spun that I did for like art yarn, thick and thin. It was a Halloweeny fiber bat from Ewethful Fiber Mills in Oregon in the States, and I used to belong to our fiber club. And I go in and out of that when I'm back in the States visiting some family. I just love her. She has a podcast as well, which I really enjoy, and she's so knowledgeable about spinning and wool, and yeah, I love our fiber club. So that's a mixture. that I will do something with it sometime. Oh, there's another one from Fine Leaf Fibers. This is Pumpkin Patch from a few years ago. Again, it's the Superwash BFL, but it's with the nylon, and I got the fingering weight. So it's 300, high twist, 365 meters and 100 grams. Isn't that beautiful? It's got this one has a lot of lovely speckles in it. This is some yarn barf we're not going to talk about. That was a blankety blank nightmare. Anyway, here we have some more Fine Leaf Fibers. This was the Fire Pit colorway, and I made Amba O'Brien's Ghost Knitter shawl with this and another color, and I have some left over here. That's a fab shawl. I'm sure you'll see it before this October is out. I will be wearing it. That's some thrifted. Ooh, oh, that's not right at all. That is like a neon orange. That didn't turn out at all. That does not look right at all. Anyway, that was just thrifted. I don't know what it is. This is a lovely, oh my goodness. This colorway is called Samhain. It's from Giddy Aunt Yarns, who now are also known as Inspiring Yarns as part of the social enterprise. So they've gone over and they're just dying for the social enterprise. We'll talk about them more later. Isn't that beautiful? Surrey alpaca. I've made a lovely shawl with this, and again, you'll see that in a little bit. What else is hidden in here? Oh, let me just show you. So I got, when I was in the US last year for autumn and winter, just with a lot of family stuff, and I kind of really just splurged, and I got some Halloween yarn from Bumblebee Acres Farm. And oh, this is it. It's all four, and I want to make like a great big squishy shawl from that. And I believe I got their DK, yeah, squishy DK, 75/25 superwash merino and nylon. This is Ghost Pumpkin. Then we have Retro Candy Corn, followed by Pumpkin Ghost and Ice Melt Children. So I think that will make a really, really fun shawl at some point. And I'll just show you what's in the little bags here. So hold on, I'll put you down for a sec. So last Samhain, last Halloween, Fine Leaf Fibers did an Advent, the 13-day countdown for Halloween, for Samhain. And it's a huge amount of work because each yarn, she would have a little card with some information about a historical thing or mythological thing that would go with Samhain, the Irish celebration of Samhain, which is Halloween. So yeah, so she doesn't do it like that every year. Like this year, she just did a box. I totally understand. But so I broke up some of the skeins. This was the main skein. And then these were 3 of the skeins. And I just thought these looked really nice together. And I just grouped them temporarily in a bag thinking I would like to do something with those. And then I have another grouping as well. Hold on. So here are some more from that. And let me just show you. And that is again, a thrifted yarn I had that I thought might go with some of these. I think I pulled other of her set as well and put them with in another area to make a Stephen West shawl. But like this is just an example. So with each one of the skeins, she would, give you a little bit of information there like that. And some was, time and research, and as well as just designing the colorways and having sure that they would all look nice together. I mean, that's some work. Yes, love that. So those are basically my little tub of Halloweeny yarns. So what I want to do now is I finished the sock project you saw me working on, so I think I'll cast another one on. I'll pick out some options and you can pick. Okay, let's see. So I've picked out 3. You guys let me know, what should I do next? This is a neon green. It's totally blown out. That's neon orange. You can kind of see it's more like that. But I was paired it with this. These are all sock wools. So I was thinking I can make socks with these. Most of these seem to be 20-gram minis. So the heels and toes anyways, even if not the cuffs. And then what's left over, they're all 100 grams. I can make some matching mitts, which could be fun, wrist warmers. So we have, what was this? What did I say? Dark Matter. And that was what? Horror Halo. That's the purple. And a deep purple mini. And then this probably would only make socks because I've made something with it before, but that's okay. That's the Zombie Planet with this for the heels and toes. So if you have an opinion, go ahead, let me know in the comments, and that's what I will cast on next for my socks. Now, I actually have, there's Sheppy, and Mimi's right here. And I brought out all my minis and my leftovers box to pick through. I actually have different things on the go as well. Like I have a shawl as well. And I'll show you all those things later. It just happened to be that I just finished up my socks. So I would like to start a new pair. So let me know, which is your pick? You can say orange, purple, or green. That's probably the easiest way to say.